Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into 2 or 3 book romance recommendations. So these are really going to be centered mostly around teen romance, teen drama, that genre, but only series that are 2 or 3 books long, so nothing too extensive. We're not digging into the 8-book series, which actually is on my table right there. That'll be a different video all on its own because it's that long. But we're going to dive into some classic boy meets girl, fall in love romance. So the first one, which I'm sure you've all heard of at the very least, is the Vincent Boyz by Abby Glines, and the second one is called the Vincent Brothers. So it's a 2-book series, short, sweet, brother 1, brother 2, can't go wrong. And essentially the books start when they're kids and their friendship with this young girl, and the 3 of them really grew up together. You already know where this is going, a nice little love triangle. We don't really know what we should be doing. And so, did I say they're cousins? They're cousins. So the 2 boys are cousins and they grow up with this little girl and they're best friends. So that takes a few turns throughout the books. But essentially, you kind of see her trying to navigate her friendship and her romantic relationship with the 2 boys and balancing that out. And I mean, everyone has those awkward phases where you don't know what's love, what's lust, what's friendship, what that trust is. So they're kind of navigating all of that and trying to see where they all stand. I really recommend these. I think they're a really cute, short, easy read. You get into it. You love the characters, all of them, even the one that's being a douche. And you just really root for them to somehow find a happy ending. So through the drama of the first book, you get to the second. And little spoiler here, which I feel like I've alluded to, but in the first book, the girl and a boy get together. So obviously there is the leftover cousin who you will soon find out may not be a cousin. That was a bad wink. But essentially you find out that there is way more to the story. There's a little bit of a rivalry now because he feels jaded that the girl chose the other one. Their friendship is kind of up in the air. And then you dive into his book in the Vincent Brothers, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, brothers. So there's a lot of family drama in this one, friendship, love, all of that in a new character comes into play. And if we're lucky, read them to find out, but everybody just might get their own happy ending. So that is the Vincent Boyz. That is a really classic series from Abby Glines. You really can't go wrong. Like I said, teen romance, simple, sweet. You just fall in love with the characters in the story. The next series that we're gonna dive into is my all-time favorite series. I have filmed so many videos that I just haven't posted about this series because there's so much to say. But I'm gonna insert it into this video and I might give it its own later on. But it is Jenny Han's classic, This Summer I Turned Pretty. It's a trilogy, so there are 3 books in the series, and each one is just a really important piece of the puzzle. And what I love in these books is that Jenny Han really does a great growth. So it starts with them as teens. The main character is 16, but there's flashbacks to them as kids. There's flash forwards later on. You get to see them really grow up and become adults by the end of the series. So this isn't just a teen romance. It starts off as family, friends, and teens just trying to figure out what is going on with each of their lives and each of them going through a lot of different things. And then they all grow up and go through so much together, from loss and breakups and friendships and family drama to love and everything in between. So there's good, there's bad, there's confusion in the middle. So it really goes in all different directions. And I don't want to give too much away because, like I said, I really think this series deserves its own video, if not more than one. But essentially, the main character starts off the first book. You fall in love with her. She's our little tween turning into a teen. She's 16 in the first one. She goes to her family's friend's beach house. She goes every year with her brother and her mom to her mom's best friend's beach house. She has 2 boys. You can already see this falling into place. And of course, everybody loves her. So she's just got to figure that one out. She's also just trying to figure her own shit out through like growing up and navigating romances and other boys that come and go into the picture. So there's a lot in there. And then, like I said, there's loss, love, everything in between. I really highly recommend. I guarantee you will fly through these books. They are such an easy read. You fall in love with them and you just can't put them down. So highly recommend The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. And if you guys recognize the name Jenny Han, it's because she wrote also the series To All the Boys I Loved Before, which obviously was turned into a very successful Netflix series. So if you have watched those movies and you like those books, these are, in my opinion, I've read both series, in my opinion, The Summer I Turned Pretty outdoes To All the Boys I Loved Before, hands down. And I really hope that one day these are turned into a movie. I'm still holding my breath for it. So we shall see where that goes. And last but not least, in the short series teen romance video today, I wanted to dive into She's With Me, much newer collection than the first two that I mentioned. It's by Jessica Consolo, and if I'm not mistaken, this is her first published series from Wattpad, and then it turned into a 3-book series. So the newest one, Still With Me, actually just came out in November 2021. So this is very, very fresh, very new. I don't want to give too many spoilers because it's so new, so I'm gonna only mainly speak about the first book, and I'm not gonna really give too much into the second and third. But essentially, the main character, Amelia, you get breadcrumbs of her past. You kind of put together the fact that she's in witness protection, and then she confirms it. And so she moves with her mom to start this new life, like I said, under witness protection, new identity. You live through her nightmares, her memories, so you know some stuff happened, but it's not clear. And then she meets a boy by doing what? Standing up to a bully. That's right. Kill him. So she slayed that, and she just impressed people, and she was really trying to fly under the radar, but instead now she's kind of the center of attention accidentally. But she, through that, makes a really, really great group of friends, and in which is Aiden, her love interest, and they just grow together and go through so much, and he's going through a lot separately, completely on his own, so you get to see his story as well as hers, and it's just really beautifully written. I loved it. I really dove into this. There's a little bit of danger, a little bit of all that. So the first book's not too much danger. Second and third, we really jump in there, so there is a little bit more of the scare factor. In the second and third one, it is a less clean cut, I would say, girl meets boy, fall in love romance, but I definitely recommend. Again, it's such an easy read. You're just gonna fall in love with the characters and dive right in. And that is it. So Jessica Consolo, She's With Me series is the last one, and I already went over Vincent Brothers by Abby Glines and The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. Those are my 3 romance short series I recommend to you guys. If you just want an easy weekend read, I guarantee these are the books to do it with. If you guys have other books you would like me to dive into or review, please comment them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.